Or lifelike. Let's show you one of the latest. Yeah, that robot is supposed to mimic the jumping techniques of a cheetah. While there still may be some way to go, it's leading to some to claim that those whole predictions about the so-called rise of the machines could one day become reality. Well, the robo-revolution could take place first in the jobs market. New data showing that in 20 years, dozens of jobs won't need humans anymore. There's a 99% chance that telemarketers will be automated by 2025. The same fate may await referees, but nobody's asking if that's likely to be fair play. The fashion industry also facing the chance of robot models in the future. It's bad news for bookkeepers too. They'll almost certainly be automated. Marina Portnaya now asking some workers what they think the future competition will be like from robots.
Once the product of make-believe, robots are becoming more and more like us. They are serving drinks, preparing meals, cleaning windows, and even swimming in water. While artificial intelligence is advancing at lightning speed, the drawback, experts warn, is that nearly half of American workers will be pushed out of their jobs by automated computers. A study released by the University of Oxford estimates that 47% of U.S. employment is in high risk of turning automated within the next 2 decades.
The need for my services is diminishing.
The prediction doesn't bode well for those like Ingrid Murray, who spent the last 15 years running a professional cleaning service.
Most people who do this is earning the prevailing wage, and not everybody is unionized and stuff like that, so they make a little bit of money. And for you to also take this little that they're now getting with the invention of these robots and stuff, it is going to have a serious impact.
Scientists and entrepreneurs, including Stephen Hawking and Bill Gates, have already warned that the development of artificial intelligence could eventually become the greatest existential threat to mankind. First, eliminating millions of jobs, and then eventually the human race.
Do you have a name?
Ava. Question is, will life eventually imitate art yet again? Hello. Marina Portnaya, RT, New York.
Israel is spending $50 million to build a massive city of the dead underneath Jerusalem. The country is running out of horizontal space for cemeteries, as many people wish to bury their loved ones in one of the holiest cities on the planet. RT's Paula Sleer investigates.
For years, the lack of space in Israel has been a headache for the country's religious authorities, where to bury their dead. And now finally, they saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
The idea is to excavate tunnels and to do the burial inside the tunnels. This is also correlating to the ancient ways or ancient burial methods that the Jewish people were using. In the Jewish religion, you came from the earth and you shall return to the earth. This is a demonstration or a demo of how it's going to look. The main tunnel will allow burial along the walls as well as on the ground at the sides, leaving the main road open for people. The complex is planned to give a solution for 22,000 burial spaces. There is a place and an option to continue this method and duplicate it as long as the space underneath this mountain will allow. Going underground is better because you are not using the space outside. It's not visible and is not making the site ugly. We are excavating very, very deep below ground level. We are 40 to 50, sometimes even 60 meters in depth.
Is this the first time in the world that an underground cemetery is being built?
As far as we know, this is correct, yes. This is the first time that it's been done.
So is the future underground?
Well, as a representative of also tunneling company, a company that
have
is
to say yes.
doing tunneling, I
You
must
hope so.
I must agree.
Paul Islier, RT, Underground Jerusalem.
While in Jerusalem, the authorities have been heading downwards for their dead. In Tel Aviv, they're looking up. 3 buildings reaching into the sky have been constructed on the outskirts of the Israeli city. The cemetery towers have pipes filled with dirt. That means technically each floor is connected to the ground in accordance with religious laws. Thanks for joining us here on RT International. I'm Rory Suchet, live in Moscow. The British government has been spying on people at an increasingly alarming rate. We report on that after the break.
We are not talking the language of war, but I will only react to situations.
I have read the reports, but I'm not in a position to...
No, I will leave that to the State Department to comment on your latter point.
I don't want to say that.
Mr. Kerry, do you have any comments on the document? No comment? Thank you.
No more weasel words. When you evade a direct question, be prepared for a chase. When you throw a punch, be ready for a battle.
Freedom of speech means little without the freedom to question.